Hi, my name's Mark Pack. I'm editor of Liberal Democrat Newswire and co-author, along with the amazing Candy Piercy, of the Liberal Democrat General Election Agents Manual. One thing that Candy and I talk about quite a lot in that manual is the importance for any election campaign that's really serious about winning of putting together a really quite intensive literature distribution plan. And I guess if you're a newer member of the party in particular, it may even be slightly puzzling perhaps as to why the Liberal Democrats go about trying to deliver just so many leaflets in an election campaign. And the reason for this is really quite simple. It boils down to the basic fact that we know delivering lots of leaflets really makes a big difference to winning an election. We know that partly because we've got the experience from previous election campaigns of doing things like tracking canvass data during the election and seeing how it's the cumulative impact of lots of leaflets over a sustained period of time that really switches people's voting intentions. Yep, absolutely, those leaflets have to contain a good message, those leaflets need to be produced to a good standard, but also the repetition is really important. We also know it from external research, for example, the work that a lot of political scientists have done, comparing how parties have done in different wards and different constituencies up for election at the same time and looking at the variations in the campaigning between those places. And again, sustained high volume literature campaigns repeatedly come out as being one of the key factors in explaining who wins, who loses. But the other reason why that sort of repeated high-intensity literature campaign is so important, you can learn from the rest of the world. You think about advertising campaigns, you think about big brands running TV ads, billboard ads, newspaper ads, online ads. Again and again, the picture is that what people do is they run ads repeatedly, because the first time you see an ad, you maybe vaguely remember it. The second time, you maybe pay a little bit of attention. It requires quite a few occasions in which you see an ad before it really tends to sink through for most people and have a chance of actually changing their behaviour. All the more so when we're talking about the political context, where we might be trying to persuade people to switch party and therefore do something that they've maybe not done for a few years. Maybe they've never voted Liberal Democrat before in their whole life, and we're trying to change a lifetime's habit in an election campaign. It's sort of quite reasonable when you think about it that way, that it can take quite a lot of persuasion to make somebody change a lifetime habit. So, over the next few weeks, for the general election campaign, or if you've got local elections in your patch over the next few days running up to polling day, there will doubtless be lots of people running election campaigns, trying to win and asking you to help to deliver yet another leaflet to a particular road or particular group of key voters. And so what I would say is definitely believe in the evidence that we've got from the past that lots of leaflets are a key part of election success. But also remember that you will occasionally get people who say, oh, I've had so many leaflets, I'm not really sure I want to receive yet another leaflet from you Liberal Democrats, maybe with a swear word or two perhaps thrown into that sentence. And the thing to remember when you hear that is that people's tolerance for how many leaflets they're sort of happy to receive from us varies a lot. Some people, their tolerance level might be quite low. Other people, their tolerance level is really quite high. And so if we sort of stop delivering any more leaflets, the point at which we get the first complaint from anybody anywhere in the ward or anywhere in the constituency, then we're actually delivering fewer leaflets than many other voters in the area will be happy with. So if an individual complains, we should absolutely respect their views and remember that for future leaflet deliveries and so on. But we should also remember that the point at which the first one or two people are complaining, there are still an awful lot more leaflets that we can reasonably put out to everyone else in that ward or in that constituency, and they will still be leaflets that people are happy to receive and that have an impact in how they vote eventually when it comes to polling day. So I hope your leaflet delivery over the next few days and then over the next few weeks is enjoyable. I hope, like me, fingers crossed, you manage to complete delivery leaflets runs year after year without ever having a dog bite. If you do have a dog bite, you have my sympathies, but if you've not delivered before, don't worry, dog bites aren't that common. So happy to leaflet delivering, and therefore hopefully happy election results in your patch and for us all across the country. Thank you for listening.